Puppets on strings and I'm your master in Ego Town.
Hey everyone, my name is Kris Barocsi and welcome to Gear Corner. Today we're checking out some Thorn Soundlabs pedals. It's a fairly new brand, a couple of years old, and Thomann just started selling them a couple of months ago, so Guillaume and I made a video on their pedal range and we were really impressed. So I wanted to grab two of them, which are the Black Swamp and the Silver Spurs, and these two are like a fuzz pedal and a British voiced distortion / overdrive pedal. These work really well together. I wanted to check them out separately and also pair them, of course, see how they sound with my rig, which is always the best way of testing stuff with your own guitars, your own amps, things that you really know how they sound. Right, let's start with the Black Swamp, which is a super flexible fuzz pedal. It has your conventional things like, gain and volume and EQs and everything, but it also has a couple of switches. One is the character, goes from soft to normal to kind of hot. And also a little clipping switch that goes from soft clipping to hard clipping. And if that's not enough, you have these two unique knobs here, which are the damping, which takes care of the low frequencies before those frequencies hit the clipping part of the circuit. So with that, you can make sure that it's not really even a fuzz anymore. It's much more of an old school big overdrive or distortion. And the other one, the mid frequency, this one, allows you to go from like a very high upper mid range, like a 2K, 2 kilohertz, down to 300 hertz. And then with your mid knob, you can decide if you want to boost or cut that frequency that you've chosen. So what it is a parametric mid EQ. Makes this pedal extremely versatile. You can give it a good old huge mid hump or cut a certain frequency and make this very warm or very sort of scooped, whichever kind of sound you're looking for. I opened up the pedal just to see what's inside because I don't know, I love knowing what I'm getting. And it's a lot of things. You can tell that it's a circuit board on top of a circuit board, probably on top of another circuit board. A lot of things inside. Same goes for the Sabre Spurs. Both go up to 18 volts, which is again not something you see on fuzzes very often. And now let's talk about the Sabre Spurs. It takes 9 to 18 volts and has top mount jack, which is much appreciated. You'll have the gain, damping, headroom and volume in the upper row, and bass, mids, treble and presence in the lower row. It's a British voice distortion pedal. Well, overdrive / distortion really goes fairly low gain as well. And the name kind of makes me think about the Sabre Jubilee, but it's not exactly that. It's just inspired by British voiced drives really, but it sounds very much amp-like. Pretty tight as well. Even if you don't put an overdrive or a boost in front of it, it stays pretty focused thanks to this damping knob. Volume is fairly simple, but this headroom and drive or gain work together. The headroom decides how much headroom the pedal has, so how little gain and how much sort of compression. If you have it at its minimum, you have the most amount of headroom and most amount of dynamic range, the least amount of gain and compression. So if you want the most amount of drive, you crank the headroom and you crank the gain knob, and that's all the gain the pedal can give you. With this damping, you can control the low end before that low end hits the clipping stage, which means that if you have this off, the damping off, you have a lot of low end. It kind of gets a little flubby, and it's awesome for low gain sounds, a little out of control for higher gain sounds, unless you want that, which is also cool. But if you want to keep it more focused and pretty tight, just crank the damping as well. What I really like about it is that except for the presence, I don't feel like I have to readjust anything when I go from something like this, like a 3-string coil, very much sort of spanky, you know, clean, presency kind of guitar, to a double humbucker guitar like my ES. I literally just maybe adjust this a bit, which is the presence knob, and leave the rest exactly where they are. And before you hear these two pedals stag, because until now I've been using the Black Swamp alone without a drive after it. So I went from Black Swamp straight into the new D20 Rev Joey Landreth Edition head, which is a fantastic clean amp that takes pedals really well. I went from the Black Swamp straight into that amp, into a clean sound. So now I will stack these two together, going with the Black Swamp into the Silver Spurs, and then into the same amp. That's going to be the outro playing, but before that, my thoughts on these pedals. I think these two fill a hole in the market, because you'll find some pedals that allow you to have so much flexibility with such a high quality tone at that sort of reasonable price, but not a lot. If you want to check them out and see all the specs for yourself, you'll find, of course, a link in the description box under this video. It's an affiliate Thomann link. You'll find, you know, prices and all the features. If you want to see all the other pedals, of course, as well, you'll find them in the Thomann store as well. Yeah, let me know what you think about these pedals in the comments below. I think it's a really interesting product range because of all the, you know, things I've mentioned. Yeah, looking forward to playing these some more, and there might be some other pedals from Thorn popping up in the next couple of weeks. Who knows? Who knows? Because they have some really cool high gain pedals as well. I might remove the dust from Metal Kris. We'll see. All right, take care and see you in another video. Bye-bye.